Baruch Hashem, holding second Shiur to Aleph. It's just go back, remember what we learned. There's the three Yesodis of life. It's Yesodis is the Torah. It's the only way to know about Hashem is the Torah. Tefillah, it's the only way to connect to Hashem. And here we're learning the third thing. That is the halas Elohim is Achenu Amiti Sheisu. It's the third thing. These are the pillars of Hashem. This is what Hashem is all about. There's three. People think they're only to connect with Hashem. It's filled. Some know about Torah. And you know Torah is like the main thing. Torah gave us the Torah to connect with Him. But the point of how to connect with Hashem in your life, if you really have emunah, a person has emunah, but he doesn't apply it. He's going after another kind of chen, another kind of charm. Things are pulling him, he's busy with things. And the closest to Hashem doesn't have that charm, doesn't pull him. That's why the main thing is to be close to Hashem, to change, to be different. You want to be different. That's all you have to do. You have to pick up the chen. The Rebbe calls it the chen ha'amiti, the true chen. The true chen, because in the world there's a lot of things that have charm and chen. And it's sheker, chen, not the chen ha'amiti. A lot of things are choshev. The chashivas is a lie. The chashivas is something which is completely something that we go and make. And that's the kfira that makes it to something choshev. There's nothing choshev really. What we have to do always is pick up the chen ha'amiti. So the main sign we have every day is that the chen falls down. Chen always falls down by us. We don't feel that how Hashem has nachas ruach from me, how Hashem. I'm l'chein bein Hashem. So this is great. It's a simcha. It's sadness, bro. You just leave that alone. It was sad, You don't have to serve Hashem with sadness. What happens? We feel what this is. I'm very, real special bein Hashem. I'm choshev. We have a real chashivas. The world has no real chashivas. Now the world does do that. They take something and they blow it up. They make it choshev, and that way it becomes a chen. They advertise it because it's choshev, and it can turn something which is terrible, or the tavis, or the drachma, or the goyim. It's just advertising, and this fool, usually it's a bocher, who's a fool, He runs after that, and says, a car, camera, some keys, wow. And later, he's used to it already, so his whole life is just running after things, has no soiva, satisfaction. He's never satisfied in his life, so really happy, because there's no what to be satisfied about. Because there's a sheker chen that everybody else is chasing him. Now, we don't have to be mal, we have to pick it up from where it's fallen down completely. But then after that, we have to be meroim with the chen, we have to pick it up higher. Because after you just start to pick it up, which is picking up the plain emunah, to apply it. How to know Hashem has nachas ruach for me, and hey, there's some charm in life, there's some meaning in life, it's full of meaning. But after that, you have to mal them more. Mahalis or the roimim, you have to do 2 steps. Then there's a pratim of being roimim to pick up every mitzvah you're doing, every tefillah. There's a chen of every mitzvah. It's a lot of steps. Now this chen really becomes later seichel, because the chen is a seichel. It's a very, very simple seichel. It's always there. It's always there to pick up. To pick it up from the ground, it's always there. And you can always pick it up a little more. It's something you're doing. And get into that. Later on, this becomes the real Seichel of a Yidif, we should be learning today in today's Shiur. That this chen is today fell down, falls down. That's the golis. It makes us fall down. Achshav means the golis, but achshav is also what you're doing now. You're busy working, you're resting, eating. The house, always a chen. What you're doing now, you forget about that chen. Sometimes you're busy with your own nerves, busy learning, and you get nervous, sadness. You fall out of chen. So here's Rebbe teaches us. The Eitzah, just sit down there. and get the chen of the Torah, get that light of the Torah. The light of Torah is Ayeles Ahov B'Yalas Chen. I can't recall, did we learn the Inyan of Ayeles Ahov B'Yalas Chen? We did learn it. Okay, just get over this. Well, I think we're going to go back to it and when we learn further on the Pirish of the Moon. Further on, we'll go back to that Inyan of Ayeles Ahov B'Yalas Chen. Whereas that pasuk the taich is whatever that there's the Gemara says it's ma'alachein al l'ardeo, but the deeper taich comes to the Zohar that this is what happens when we pick up the shchina medarga l'darga. The shchina beginning falls down, cut the seireich. The shchina is small. The person has averis and feelers. It's far. You can learn. It's very small. The kedusha behem is very small. It's like the moon becomes very small. You have to just pick it up. And that happens every night. It's dark at night, you have to pick it up, and it goes out. That's what the Zohar reminds us, of Ayeles Ahov, the Ilse is at night, and the Yalis, it comes in the morning. The Daven for the Shachas, the Aliyah Sachen. So that's two dargas, that's why it's reduced. In other words, Rebbe brings a pasuk which teaches us that it's Ma'ala, the Chen, and we teach Yisrael. Now, this thing helps Baruchnius, and if it helps Baruchnius, it helps Begashmius also. It changes everything the Gashmi goes. The Gashmi is connected with the Ruchnis. That's what the Rebbe says, it helps Baruchni and the Gashmi. But the main avoid over here is, the main thing we have to do here is something in your nefesh. It's what you really want to connect to the Eivish. But from here, you get a Gashmistic issue right away also. I'm just playing. A different person feels he has no chen in his life. He's empty. He doesn't want to go to work. He doesn't want to get up. If you just mahal the chen of the Kedusha, right away you change Begashmics. You're full of feeling, you're full of life. You feel happy, you feel fulfilled. You're doing something. The chen comes back to us. So this is where the Shechina goes up in Avodas Hashem. This is where it goes up in your daily life. And this is where your Yeshua happens. Because all the things that we miss out, we need. We're looking forward to Hashem's Yeshua is because we're very low, we're far from the Kedusha. The more the chen goes up, we get closer. But we'll get back to that right now. The Rebbe's Messiah, in the last words of that first piece, Rebbe says, so let's just get back to that. But right in the beginning, he says, and here right away it says, again, he says it another two times, another two times, he says in another language. Why does he say the whole time again and again, it's because he's teaching us over here how to really get closer and closer, because Torah we learn. The chen is a work we have to be Seichel, right? But everything goes around Torah. And everything stands around which level of Torah you are. The first level of Torah is what it says in the first thing. Miskabel Kol HaTfilas means that you feel close to Hashem's Tfilah. As we explained, that's why it says there's two languages, of Miskabel and Mesoren. You feel so close. So you're going into the wheel of Tfilah. You're going into it. So you can change it a little. You know there's somebody to talk to. And right alone. And this is where your Malchus is going up. Right? Now, first thing the Rebbe says, through Torah, you come to Tfilah and you're Miskabel the Tfilas. When the second time it says, Al Dezeh, he's talking about a second point. He's talking about the point of when you pick up the Chen of Kedusha, that's where you're going to get to Kabbalah Tfilas. So here it says, because the real way Hashem should look at us with Rotz and Rachamim is that we're working on picking up our Chen and getting to Seichel. And that's why right away it connects to what we're going to learn today about the Seichel. Now let's just say that Akdama again. We're going to learn right now about how you should be looking to always in the eyes of Emunah, looking at Pnimis, looking in, how you say in English?
Deeper meaning.
Deeper meaning of the world, because true meaning is really going on. And understand that what we see of Teva it's not real. It's just an illusion. It's an illusion, really. Life is like it looks. We have to live in this illusion. We have to live according to the laws of this illusion. The halachas are of this illusion. Life is in living in this way, being honest and straight, to do what you have to do. But don't take it so earnest, serious. So don't be so serious about it. Hashem is here the whole time. So we have to be able to look into a deeper meaning, right? Now, is this thing connected in any way to the first piece we're learning? Rebbe calls it chen later, but he doesn't explain how it's connected. In the beginning, he's talking about being mal the chen. He's talking about the seichel. As we explained before, from what we explained, you see that it's connected. Because the chen in the beginning is also the thing of seichel, picking up your seichel. Because in the beginning, it's a very simple seichel, which isn't far from you. It's very, very close to you. It's exactly what you want. You just don't know it's there. You see the chen of money, you see the chen of a nice house, you see the chen of something which is something wrong, and you're empty. No, pick up your chen, the chen that when I'm not doing averos, the chen I'm doing mitzvahs, the chen of kedusha, pick it up. So you have seichel, you're applying your emunah, and it's growing. Right now, what we have to get through is what we're going to learn about to get through today. Let's just read these few lines. But in these few lines we have over here, wow, foundation of life. What a life. And what a life. Whoever gets into this knows how to live with this, right? His life is a life of good, seeing the world as a good thing, seeing Hashem's greatness in the world, sun, moon, stars. And seeing Hashem chesed all the time, and be happy with Torah and Tefillah and your mitzvahs, and seeing yourself in your mitzvahs, understanding what's going on in my heart. So this is something which is the biggest matana in the world, which the Rebbe wants to give us. And the Rebbe is going to teach us right now how there's times we can taste some of this, and there's times that we're far from it, it's dark, but we can hold on to it. This is the main reason, the little teaching we're going to teach right now. Now, let's just, we're speaking English right now, right? I understand that English-speaking people today, there's big Talmud Chacham, a lot of Mekubalim, a lot of people are looking to learn Likutei Moharan, right? And but just some are plain, as we have Yiddish-speaking people, so many very, very plain, But we'll just have to get to the point that these things are very lofty, very high things, very good stuff, and we have to find the right way to do it. And we're gonna explain it a little bit right now, right, in English, which sounds okay. And I'm sure there's a lot of people, and other people that like learning these Yesodis and Hasidus are into it, right? And they know that there's times they understand the Hasidus and it's light, right? But a person has to go to work and is busy, and a person has tests and nisyonos and stuff, he doesn't know how to live with this reading. His life does change, but here we're going to have a lesson from the Rebbe, which is unbelievable. It works. It works at all times. Let's hope we get this lesson clear and the right way, in the right simtzum, with the right oil too. Not too light, not too dark. Not a ribby oil, wow, and not going into a hide. We can't do this. Let's get it right. Okay, so the Rebbe starts, Iki Ish HaYisraeli. Ish HaYisraeli, which means a Yid. Oh, why did they actually call him a Ish HaYisraeli over here? You can just understand it in a plain way, because Yisrael means a person that has in his nefesh the koyach to look in Pnimis Seichel. As the Rebbe says in Torah, hey, so you have it. That's what you have. We can say it another way, because Yisrael, the Rebbe says Torah, for somebody he's joined the army, the warrior. He's Ish Chayil. He's ready to fight. So Ish means that. Ish means, you're a fighter. Right? And Ish Yisraeli, you're fighting for your life. So you got it straight. So Ish Yisraeli, Tzurich, Tumid, L'stakel, B'Seichel, Shel Kol Davar. He has to look always into everything in a manner of looking with, what's going on here? What's the truth about it? Plain Seichel. I say Seichel in English?
I think the meaning is the best.
There's no word for English in Seichel?
Intellect.
Not intellect. Understand what's good for you, How you say that? No? Why don't you just look at it at yourself? Is this good for you? Is this right for you? What is it? That really, we have to explain what the beginning is and what we're getting to. Let's just say a kedama for this thing over here. Let's get it straight. Every Yid, right, has Seichel. The Seichel is, he knows it's Hashem. He knows it's a Torah. And every Yid looks into the Seichel of everything he's doing. You're kosher, it isn't kosher. Just right away, it's not kosher, that's right. That's what Seichel is. This is bad, this is so nice, no? It's not for me. So you're looking at the Seichel, you're looking at everything, the Seichel over the Torah, right? You have the Seichel over the Torah, right? You got night, you got day, what's night, Well, my Seichel, it's night. You got the Mincha, that's all. You got the Marv. You gotta say Krishma. You gotta get up, Shacharit. So you're looking at the Seichel every day, the time, it's a different way of looking at life. You gotta eat. I'm gonna, eat, oh, this is the time to wash. I'm gonna eat my washing. I'm doing something which is, now what's the right word right now? Seichelic? Spiritual. No, it's clean, huh?
Intelligent.
You have the intelligence of the Torah. It's intelligence, so it's not right word. I'm looking for the word, I'm sorry, We don't have the intelligence there. Right? We're looking at this thing like a smart guy looks at this thing. He doesn't want trouble. He's looking for the real truth, So that's looking at intelligence. Come on, there's a word for that.
Perception.
So, perception, that's the perception of everything. Right? So looking, this Seichel later grows, Whoever does this, say, hey, so I get it. I became an El Chiyid, So later on, he's looking to learn, he's learning Torah and he's davening, right? And he says, hey, let me understand what davening says. Let me get this Seichel meaning. Here, meaning is the word, no? Meaning, that's the word.
Maybe awareness?
Huh?
Awareness?
Awareness and meaning. Okay, now we say, we looked at the Seichel, we got this, see? We got it, right? He's aware of what's going on. He wants to get in more. So there's more. So he finds something with the Rishonim and the Ramban and the Racham, some Rishonim that talk about what Seichel is. He says this at the Rambam, Rebbe Nachman, you get this swarm, you start seeing, you get morale, you get this swarm, you start seeing what Seichel is all about. You start understanding how the Rishonim explain this, right? So they get closer. And the more you get into it, and if nobody stops you, you go closer, you understand that we have the tzaddikim, Talmid of Hashem in our generation. They're the ones who really live with Seichel completely. They're looking at the Seichel that you start to look. What did you teach me? I want to get close to looking in an inner perspection, how's the word, an inner meaning of everything. What's going on here? So this goes like from level to level. If you start right away, you go to the end, it happens because your heart is yearning for that. That's who you are. There's an Arnett Shama, it comes, and the Nofach Metoichin Nofach, it's Kodesh Yisrael Hashem, Reishis Tzviyasai. So we have that light in our hearts, a yearning to Hashem. But the minute we see Tzaddik, when we see something in truth, so we see something Pnimius HaTorah, people want it. But there's a problem with that. Right away you see it's too high, it's not. So you fall right away. Real ways you can want it. We want it. It always reminds us to Lamed Hey, it's in the beginning of Torah, that there is that quick, a person wants that. But the way to connect with Hashem is go step by step. And in the words of the Rebbe here, he reminds all these steps. We'll have to show that later on. Let's just learn it once, then we'll see how he reminds all the steps. But we have to find where we're holding it at all times. We have to find where we're holding that. Looking at an inner feeling and everything, inner meaning of everything means I'm looking for Hashem. In the beginning it's plain, right away it goes deeper. And to find out what this is, we have to connect to tzaddikim. They teach us what's going on there. They teach us what's going on. Now, we have a klal gadol in the Rebbe's Sefer. The Rebbe always reminds a pasuk or a chazal or an inyan of Seichel Satar of Zohar, inyan v'avodas Hashem. He reminds us very bekitzer, very short. It's just to make a point. All the chachmas as chassidus from the Hashem is words of Hashem very bekitzer. Everything was bekitzer and Hashem is also words that people wrote over, and they just explain it. All the tzaddikim, HaKadosh, Talmidei Hashem, they explain it and they show you the whole picture. They give you the thing and you can understand it. Now, when Rebbe reminds something, he's Soymech al ha'ma'ayin, says Rebbe Nachman. He relies on you that you'll look it up and search it and find it and understand it. Now, these things take a week or two, a month, learning through these things, and you get the whole picture. You just read it, so you see what's going on. Just have to have a munas tzaddikim and know that there is such a thing, and you get the whole thing. You know how to serve Hashem and all day. You look at the world in a different way. Like we have the eyes of the Torah, halacha, the chachma of the Torah, the sweetness of the Torah. It's out of this world. The musar of the Torah, and hagas of the Torah, halacha, which that's our life stands on that. Without that, without halacha, without that darach chaim, you're lost completely. When we have that, right after that, you get the picture of the world is Kvod Hashem, really. And the Teva covers Kvod Hashem for me. And not only it covers for me, I see sky, I see the world. I see a nice world, It's a chen shel sheker, which is covering up Hashem. Somebody's covering up Hashem for me. And then there's something that I'm going to cover Hashem that takes me for a ride, when you're eating, the whole world's dead. You're also. So where do you take me to? I don't want that. And there's a lot of things like that. Some make worries, parnosa. Some are very sweating and you're completely have no brains at all. And some you go into Yetzirah's ways. Now this is like we can understand these things are like the major things in our life. And this Torah, as Rebbe does remind that, right? Further on, what I'm talking about this Torah is, what is the Yetzer Tov about? And what is the Yetzer Hara about? Get it clear. You get it clear, you'll be able to win the war. You can identify and see what's going on, but he's fooling you. And this is the side of this Torah, together with the way the Rebbe shows us how we can get into this and not give up. Because this is a fight, so you're going to fall down, you're going to go. But Rebbe takes our hand and gets it into this good life. No years, no giving up. And he gives us a bridge. He gives us a place to stand in all situations. We do fall, we get up. We know how to do it. Okay, so now we can learn. So we get the whole thing before, we have to have this preface over here. And we're talking about it. Now the Rebbe's talking about everybody. Yeah, but we can understand. Some people won't be able to understand what I'm talking about here. Because one person understands, and the other says, I don't have the feeling. We didn't taste that stuff. When somebody tastes it, I understand. So if you don't understand that point, we're talking about the point that you do understand. And if you don't understand that one, there's something else which you do understand. So we're talking about that point. But we have to explain what is the Seichel in a very open manner, which we do have from the Baal Shem Tov, right? And the Rebbe does remind that in very many places. So if you do understand it, go for it. Nobody should take you away from that. Watch out. It's yours. That's who you are. If you're not at that level, take what you want and go for it. And this is what the Rebbe always teaches. In these Seichels, everybody as you are. So now let's just learn in a very plain way, get the picture of this whole thing. So if you are a Yid and you want to live close to Hashem, you're Israel, you want to fight for your country, for your life, for your nefesh, ruach, neshama. So what you need, that's what Tzurach Tamid can mean, he needs, let's get into it. What you need really is always, Tamid, just keep it going. Always look at everything in an inner meaning, in the pneumius, in the Seichel Shabbat. Because, just like I explained, because if you look at the world as Teva, and you look at what happens to you just as your feelings, right? And you look at the world as there's no meaning in everything, right? So when you learn, you're going to have a little up sometimes. We stop learning, you're going to go down. When you're going to have to work, you're going to go down more. You're going to hear some bad news, especially if it's for you. Wow, you're going to lose yourself completely. And then, you're far from Hashem. So you can't be the Ishas ready. You can't be the one that's going the Daraga. Rebbe reminds you, Torah is called prayer. It goes from Daraga. You're going up and up and up. But you can't go. You're going up and then you got to get it up again. Sometimes you fell off the ladder, you get a hospital. So how do you live a normal life? Right. Okay, we have the Rebbe that takes us plain people and takes us into this wonderful way of life, and really, 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 it's possible for us to get into this. You're going to get this lesson right. Don't think it's not for you. It's possible in your level. It's possible for you at all times. Just, you want to go up and up, always look into the inner meaning of the thing. And this inner meaning you're going to find in any way, whatever you learned. And I always tell you, if you're going to learn the Halachas, or you're going to hear some Shiur from what Rabbeinu is talking about, you're going to get the Seichel of every word, the thing that gives you a schaskas. And that is the Seichel of your life right now. That's what the Seichel is right now. Just look at the goodness you have. Look at the happiness that should be surrounding you right now. So there's something good. Look at the Seichel. Why are you looking just at some dark things and some things that annoy you and some worries? Well, you're not looking at their Torah, you're wasting your day and you're losing out. You can be close to Hashem. So what's your avodah of a person? Look at the Seichel, look at the inner meaning of you right now. So I'm starting from the lowest point, which is like what Rebbe Nachman explains. All these Seichlim, which we have from the Baal Shem Tov, everything, he explains it in a very plain way. He explains it very high. So in every halacha he goes very high. And he goes down to the way, oh come on, we really know, we just have Shabbatas, understand how to be close to Hashem right now. That's what you need, Talmud. Always, 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 that's the way you're going to make it. And there's always a different Seichel that's right now what you need right now. As every human being knows, you drive a car, you're on a right, you're on a left, Right now you're going to talk to say hello, nice to a person. You're going to scream at another, you're going to show them you're up. Here you got to do this, you got to do this. Look, always do this. One of human beings around. You have that. It's about. You have that strength. You have that courage. So Ish Yisrael, Yitzchak Tomid L'Stakel, Seichel Shel Kol Devar. You have to always look into the Seichel of everything to be close to Hashem. The wording around now very plain that you have to tie yourself to this Seichel, to the Chochmah and the Seichel. It reminds two languages. To the Shyness, we're going to have to understand why he says to the Shyness and why he says the Kasha. But just let's take it in the beginning very plain. Yes, I want to be a Ish Yisrael. I want to start living. So look in an inner meaning in the world. The world is a place which is we're doing Nachas Ruach and Eibishter, right? And to Torah Mitzvahs, and I'm looking with an eyes of Emunah. Hashem is with me, He's watching me, and I know the Seichel which comes to me, and I tie myself to that. I get into it. My old Ratzon is there. To the Chochmah, that Seichel, when you really tie yourself into that Seichel is going to put on a light before it's dark. And then, I need a Seichel, and I lost my way here. I lost the thing that helps me. It's dark right now. Get close to that Seichel. Wake it up. And give me kasha your heart to that good. Kasha machshava to that. To learning it. To respond to this. Because there's a lot of ways. You can think about it. You respond to it a little bit. Right? In a way that you get it. There's a response that goes into kashas. And you have to be deeper and deeper. You can lose out the Seichel that way. Because you're looking at something you're going to say, I don't know. No. Find the point that you have. That's as bonus, plainest point. So it doesn't take so long. It's very short. That is bonus Kedusha. With this bonus, how there's this here, and you, with the Dibber, with Tefillah, it works out very nice. So you just wake up, go get that kasha back. Come on, get connected. Connect yourself. And that way, that Seichel will put on the light for you. And what it will do more, you'll be close to Hashem. From the farness, you'll be close to Hashem. Because we're speaking about some places which are really things that can make you far. Right? As the Rebbe says, that language further on the Torah, there's a place which is a makom ofel, choshech. It's really, really densely dark. Very dark. And no, you can connect to Hashem. So just that where you are, that place, it turns over to Shapach. And now, just opposite, now it's a Nivish Muskar for Now, this is based on what we know that Hashem made this world called because of that. He made this world, which is a world of Astoria. Now that is the Seichel of the world. Now, so yeah, it was the Seichel of the Bria. Hashem made the whole world to make a person for our neshamas to be over here. And there should be a test because there's Teva. And there's the shyness, and there's the horror, and there's darkness, and there's things on the nefesh, and everything goes happen. And if we look at the Seichel of the Torah, we understand that Hashem is always here. And I'm always kind of next to Hashem through Seichel. Now, I just get to one point, Seichel is Gematria, Sameach. No, Sameach is less, but Seichel, right, with the Oisius, and the Koil is Gematria Seichel with the Koil. Right? So, because I know that one point, that's a point to make very clear, Roisaya. I don't know if there's this Taich over there in the Torah, but we got to have Seichel, and if you're not happy, you got no Seichel, It's not there, so forget about it. Seichel is being happy with the Eibishter, getting close. Now, the thing that we go through in life is, if you understand that everything you go through in life is to be Mekavish to the Eibishter more. Now, every day we have the Seder you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have a house, you have all these things going through in your life. These things are supposed to be Mekavish to the Eibishter. Because you just break the Yitzhar a little bit over there, right? You're Mamayas Bara, you don't want that. And you remind yourself of the Seichel. So the Seichel takes you out of the Sadarat completely. First you have to just want to break it. When you're very interested, you do whatever you can. But then you stick yourself in thinking about something else. You're in a different world. And it's a sweet world. And you're going to do that. You can do that. You have good friends. You learn what it's all about. You really want it. And the more you get into it, you're going to really be zeichet to be Mamayas Bara more and more. Tzadikim are really Mamayas Bara b'tachlis. We can just copycat that, but it's good, We can just be Masiach Das from more our Yitzhar is pulling us now. He's like the boss still, so. But I just don't think about it right now. Because that was what Hashem wants from us. And right away you run into the Seichel, so you really got out of it. Slowly your nefesh can go into the condition, go further. But you have to get Miskar, be close to the Eibishter from these things that are far. Miskar l'Hashem Yisrael le'ois adov. Right. So the Seichel has to put in the light, very big light. B'sheyeir lo yaseichel. We have to look at the Seichel. The Seichel should make a light, and the Seichel should be mekarev us to Hashem through that thing. Okay, this is like the main lesson that the Rebbe teaches us. He makes more points in this. Okay, so let's just see how do we work around this thing, right? How do we go about this? As we learned, right? The first thing is usually the beginning of Seichel by us is from the Pashta Seichel of the Torah. I'm not going back to the Yin of Chayin here. We're going to the plain Seichel of the Torah. The Seichel that I'm doing what I can, I'm going to daven. I do kosher. I do mitzvahs. I'm good. I am acting in a smart way. And a person that's just looking forward to what his life is all about. I know what about Kvod Hashem. I'm doing it. Okay, so that's the first step, right? So we see that Rebbe, in the beginning, Rebbe says, Ish Yisrael Yitzov Tome Destakel B'Seichel Shel Kol Dover, right? Rebbe says Seichel Shel Kol Dover, not the Seichel Shel Dover. You just mean that, of course. A person has a feeling of Chassidus, doesn't need all these teachings I'm saying right now. It's just so different. He's on fire already. But and Pasha the Rebbe says, as I said, you have to look at the Seichel of everything, and you have to also be Mekasher yourself. First thing, look at the Seichel, right? First thing, be Mekasher yourself. You have to be the Chachma, it has to be the Seichel, right? Sheyesh b'chol davar. Says over there. And then you have to find the light, and you have to see it should be Mekar of you to the Eibishter bigger scars. How many things we have there? Can't count it for me. Right? So what do you got, all right? Right? So we got the first thing, look at the Seichel b'cholodes, right? Second thing is what? Be Mekasher yourself. And he says two things, Chachma and Seichel, you have to be Mekasher. Then you find the light. And then 6 things. They have to be Miskar to the Eibishter. You must think there's 6 things, right? Most likely has to do with 6 minutes, Okay, which that's enough for now. Okay, so we have that. That's the derech we should be working on. It has to be very bad. I always have to be smart, you know. But it works. I got to be smart. I learned a profession. I got to be smart. Not I know. Yeah, he has a lot of profession. You know, he doesn't have to think what he's doing. But somebody's smart. Yes, it's what are we doing? So look into it. In Ruchnis, you have to tie yourself to it. You know, tying means leave alone the place. You're tied to someone else. You're tied to your her. You're tied to stupidity, to emptiness. You don't emptiness. Get into it. Now, what am I doing? Where do I have to tie myself? You have to tie something called Chochmah. Chochmah is a Likus in its own. It's like what Ariya Kodesh is talking about. You know, the Zohar mixes together Chochmah and Seichel, everything. He talks about everything together. But the Ariya Kodesh, he shows what the Likus is inside. You know, that's called Chochmah. Chochmah is what's really going on, which is, it's out of this world. You know, it's not Seichel Anush, it's not a Seichel person. The Chochmah is Shiur in Seichel. It's like the Zohar explains, but Hashem puts everything in a way that you can understand it. It's the year that you have in your heart. It's a ahava to Hashem that you have. It's that funny ahava, that bad ahava that wants to just make you crazy. It's a worry. It's the year. It's the spalus of Hashem. It's the spalus of Shtusim. It's the spirus of Gaiva and the spirus of Hashem loves you. It's the Netzach, which means that Hashem is Menatzech the world. He keeps the world going. Chesed is always Menatzech. You're going to be Menatzech the Yitzhar. So there's a Netzach. Somebody warned me. Things aren't working right. I've lost everything out. It's the Hoid. Hoid is the Chaim. Hoid means a Chaim that comes out of the darkness. That's Hoid. The way it is. It's from the Gvura that even though Hashem made the world with Gvura, there's such a beauty in this because we can find Hashem. Yisoid is that we can connect to the Eibishter from this dark world and turn over a Tanakh, a Gashmi, to a Tanakh Ruchni. Get out of it, which is Yisoid Tzaddik. And Emun and Malchus, which is everything about. Now, all these midas to come have many dargas of Moichin up, and we go higher and higher. This is what the Ariya Kodesh talks about, you know, the chokhmah of the thing. The seichel of the things are ideas which are malbish this chokhmah. This is what the Baal Shem Tov was megala short in a short way, and all Svarim Tzadikim, they have the Torah around the thing, and then they show you the thing. Some people get it, most people don't get it. And some that talk around a lot, that read like the Chiddush is a nice word. It's based on a point, but Navodas Hashem, you need a point. So it's all going back to a small point. But they do elaborate, they just show you how it looks, you know, so you can copy it, you can copycat it, you know. And it's so good, it's good, yeah. Right? And they show you what it's about. The Rebbe opened up like Nomas for the Torah, and it comes to very lengthy explanations, which, yeah, the Seichel of the Dover comes down to the things that are very plain by you, not only the Midas. It comes down to the thing exactly if you understand that Likutei Moharan, how he teaches you, which Hashem is mispower with you over here, how he teaches you to look at Hashem's COVID, get out of your COVID. And this is the Seichel, which is the Midas. You have to be kasher yourself, the Chochmah and the Seichel. And we will learn soon that the Chochmah is the Etzem Skashus Tzadikim, and the Seichel is what they learn. You have to kasher to both of these things, right? Right. And that over here it says Seichel sheyesh b'yisad over. Not the Seichel. First he said before, he says the Seichel shel kol davar. It says Seichel sheyesh in the thing. This is the teachings. And I said, when we need that, what are we looking for? I'm looking for the light of Hashem, which is that this is the Midas, the Seichel should have a light, the Kedusha, that should get me out of the Sheker Chaim, the Heva Yoke, Chaim, the Gematria Klippus Noiga. I want to get out of that. I want a light that gets me out of my Chsarna Seichel, which I don't have that Seichel. When this is put into the Yitzhar, I want to get out. I want that light. So really what you're looking for all the time is just a light. That's what a person is really looking for. If you know, at least you know what you're looking for. I'm looking for Seichel to get myself out. I don't have that problem. I really don't have the problem. I don't have the simcha. I don't have the closeness to Hashem. I don't have the way to understand this Inyan Ruchni and something Spagashmi, which And we have to have that Seichel should be so strong that it should make a more difference in your life. That you get close to Hashem from everything. Because a person goes to rest to sleep, he gets up, he's like, we gotta say now, because I served Hashem, I rested, now I'm fresh koiches. You're fresh every day, every time. You eat something, I have koich for the Eibush now and then, I would not say this is something great. And everything you do with Gashmis in this world, like the chesed of a person, everything you look at the thing, even it's a waste. You're wasting your time, like my time was so precious. I used every minute, by me the clock ticks, brings its money every second. There's hundreds, bills. I look at the clock. Time's money by me. It's because I'm earning. I look because I am a character. I put this Indian into a plainer way now. We'll just focus now how the Rebbe really is Meramis here to all Madrigas. To all Madrigas, which we have to get that picture first. Look at this right now. The Rebbe could have said this whole thing short. He always talks very short. When it comes to these points, he always chadish around it, but the point he says short. Unless he wants to make a few points. Right. So over here he could have said, Udam so it's that the Pneumius or Poldev. You have to have an old swear and the later swear. Look at Pneumius, again, Pneumius, go out of Teva. But you have to be so long. So really, he's trying to teach us. So now let's look in over here in a different. We're learning in it in a way to get the point that Rebbe is teaching to all people. Like some people understand what Pnimis Aseh, see this is about, what Rabbeinu is really about, but some don't understand that. So look what the Rebbe is saying now in a different explanation. As a Ish Israeli, you want to be a smart person. You have to look into the Seichel Shel Kol Davar, which means the beginning. In the morning, Shacharis time, and now breakfast, washing. Okay? Look at this. Live your life in a work person, a person who is smart, is settled, is Yusuf, without he has a life. And I look at everything, but the Seichel is his kosher. Right? It's not act in a way of Seichel. They're cheres, not like an animal, like a person who loses himself. Not Seichel. And I do everything according to the Seichel of Halacha and the Seichel of Midas, Toivus, and Halacha. So that's the Seichel Shel Kol Davar, because the Seichel of everything is the Halacha of that thing. It's what the Torah shines us in a very plain way. It's a Derech HaTorah, which is in everything. That's where we start. But what? After that, you have to be. If you do that, what happens? What happens is a person starts to search for being smarter, being more awoke, more up, awareness. I want to see how. Okay, so now tie yourself to the Chochmah, tie yourself to the Tzaddikim, who can teach you. That's what the Kasha is, is Kashrus. If you wanted the next step, if you wanted to go further on, you have to tie. And this is what happens. It always happens like that. It usually happens. You find some Rav, some Erlich Yid, some Musa person, and people you attach to your whole life. People don't find Rabbeinu usually, so we have to make sure they do. But people find some Erlich Yid who most likely doesn't know about Rabbeinu today already, and she gives you some kesher to a way of understanding what's going on. So that's the kasha tzmana chochmah. Well, the point that we had already said is the kashas and tzaddikim, because they are the erech chochmah. They're holding by these. They're really doving in the seichel. They're completely. La kasha tzmana chochmah v'haseichel. You have to get yourself connected with the kedusha, and connected to somebody that's teaching you the tzimtzumim of kedusha, not only the highlight, but how do you bring it down into being the way that you can change this. The meaning of this thing changes by you, because he has the mashal and he has the outer meaning of it, which is this chaskes and drachim pshuta and aces, and hopefully it changes because it's melubish in asech. So you have to search for that. That's what happens. If you look in the beginning, you start with seichel pashit, and up in there, that's what are you looking for? You're looking for the seichel sheh yesh b'chol davar. You're looking for the seichel in this thing. There's a Seichel going to sleep, there's a Seichel getting up, look at halachas explained that, right? There's a Seichel getting ritzitzus, so mitzvahs filled. There's a Seichel, the things that we do b'gashmis, when we have to work, have to eat, all the things we have to do b'gashmis, walk in the street, just looking, there's everything, there's a way how to connect to Hashem. And in everything it's the same thing. You have a Seichel Pasha there, and if you kash yourself to tzaddikim, which means that there's something is going on here, you're there. If you learn the Seichelim from the tzaddikim, you have some idea. No, you don't have to be exact. Kisra, you have to be exact. These things you don't have to be exact. You have the Seichel, the Chochmah, you have to be exact. And the Seichel, maybe you just have to find a way to connect to Eibush to get out of the thing that you're thinking about, the silliness of the thing. The Seichel, Sheyesh B'chol, right? Sometimes you can hit the thing, what is the thing in itself? Sometimes you can't. So what's the case? You just open the clothes. You have to connect to the Seichel. What are you looking for? You're looking for Sheyesh, it should be light. So don't lose yourself. Didn't work. Find some light. That's all. Find a moon, find Seret Sheyesh, Seichel, Yesh B'chol Davar. This he explains over here. The light that makes a person very close to Hashem is the Seichel HaPrati Sheyesh in that thing. That makes a very, very big light. And it should be inspired of Hashem Yisburach Alidei Oisa Hadavar. And here he shows you that we're talking about every gashmistic thing in this world, right? You can mean Torah and Tefillah, the sky of Hashem Yisburach, but you can learn Torah, so the Shmosh, you're not getting close to Hashem through it, really, just missing out that part of the mitzvah. You learn Torah, but there's a part of the mitzvah which has to be connected to Hashem. There's a part of Tefillah which is just davening, say the words. It was a part of Tefillah, understand what you said, and feel good as Hashem, you awake yourself. And then there's the same thing, there's a part of when a person has to eat, there's a part of how he's taking the Bria, which is like the main thing why Hashem made this gashmistic thing, the Doimon, Sameach, the Chai, and the Medamba of this world. You have to understand that Hashem is making this world, the whole thing, he's making it every time. Kiddush Emunas, Kiddush Oira, which is the main work of a person, as the Rebbe explained in his last Torah Ches, and Seichel, like the Savoy, the Rebbe, this is the main work of a person. And Avoida, that no, remember, Emunas, Kiddush Oira, Hashem made the world right now. The Daimon, the Sameach, everything does, it grows, who makes it grow? The Chai, all the behemoths, and the Medaba, which is a person's Avodah Hashem. And his age, mind, Ruach Ofer, this is what you're looking at. What's going on? This is a yesh. Turn that yesh over to what it really is. It's Hashgacha Pratis. And it's a thing that Hashem made for me, that I should be mevarer the thing. Every day, new thing. Every day there's the tzoyis in this thing, the verse, and what we just look at the thing, the Kedusha, we the curve to break the Yitzhahara and look at the Kedusha, we fix these things. You can be close to Hashem and a new closeness, and a new dveikus, through you did that avodah. Working, Mamtes Malachas, we have bad middas, you break the middah, you boil the middah the Kedusha. And these are the things that we have to learn how to do, and we can get there. So this is like the base of the world, the base of Avodas Hashem. We few times got back to the point that it's very easy, because we don't want to talk about things that are only very exceedingly high, even though I understand most people do want that. We do want that. We allow people, and we're going to explain that again soon. But we're going up and down again, because whenever we talk about that, and another person says, I don't understand that. Mm-hmm. You go down, so he says, I understand that, and that. So okay, we're just trying to cover both sides. We're talking about every person in the world. And we have to be very strong, ourselves and our friends, to get this thing into everybody. It's very plain. This is the main thing of getting out of Yitzhahara. This is all what it is, Yitzhahara is all about you dreaming. And you're living a life of what's going on. The Seichel, what your person has to look at himself, right, is a person always looks, the Seichel is the Yesodus HaTorah. The Yesodus HaTorah is that Anoich Hashem Elokecha, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. The Yesodus HaTorah, we have to be Achad Shem Hashem. He's Echad. So you have to know that we have to be Achad Hashem. You have to be Achad. You have to be Machal Hashem. You have to know that everything's Hashgacha Pratis. You have to know that there's Yiras Hashem, always Yiras Hashem, and always Ahavas Hashem. Now, these are the six midas. The Chinuch says, this is midas. The Chredim brings it in a different way. The Satmarov says that all mitzvahs are lev. It's first thing in Chassidus. That all the mitzvahs that are lev, in your heart, they're mitzvahs midas. Kiddush, Taharet, all the mitzvahs which have no things that you have to do something which if you do it only at that time, the mitzvahs midas. And a lot of mitzvahs are doing the lev. So it's a very plain thing. So it's not true. It's you understand. It's just there's a reason why the Chinuch brings only this, and the Chredim brings only different ones. A few exchanges, a few. But this is what the Eibush says. Mekadosh says with our mitzvahs to remember the Eibush. Now these mitzvahs are wake up your machshava. Now in Chassidus it's really called machshava. As we spoke before, when the Rebbe reminds something, you realize that you know the basic stuff. So the basic stuff, teachings, and these things, right? You get easy from, you learn Hashem Torah a little bit, right? You can learn this swarm from the Sharina Rov, look up, right? You have the Balatanya, Minute Sefer Tanya, which is very short. You get the Yesodis of things, a very halical way, very halical. You have these Yesodis in Emor Einayim, was it from Hashem, they told us, and every Sefer, especially in the Melech, gives you out the picture of these things in such a sweet way. You have it up the road, very strong. Now, we do always, the minhag was by us, we should learn always learn every year, at least one Sefer, two of these Svarim every year. But what's needed is just like it's a week or two, just looking up these things. You get these stories, you speak some Hasidic, somebody knows these things. It's like a chelik in the Torah, because it's all in the Gemara, because the Gemara talks only one thing about acting Seichel. And the Gemara does talk about Kiddush or Torah, about acting. It shows you what Midas Tavis is all about. And the Zer is Chazal. So it's Chazal Mamash. So it's a Gemara, this is what we have to do now. We have that in a sign in the world that people take out. It's from Chazal because some people, it's like the sun is. Okay. So at least, will you act in the first parish I said, please? So he said, will you act Seichel, which is don't chase me, leave me alone. Act Seichel, Okay, that you do have to do. That's the point of the Gemara, that's plain. Okay, so let's be friends. Okay, you got my understanding. You don't understand it. Okay, got you. I understand this, you understand it. Nobody's the same level of understanding of these things. So now, the first thing is the Adi Seidus HaTorah. That's the first thing. Just looking at the Seichel, where am I? What his world is this? What's going on here? That's the Seidus. So everybody has a way of things how they between aspirations. Okay, so that's looking at the previous Seichel. And over there it's a Seichel Sheyesh Bovisador. The Shemayim V'Oretz, which is interesting, right? And they've made Shemayim V'Oretz, we should look at the Seichel, begin we should know that that's what he made it. The Zerkos explains this as this is our Avodah. We have the Avodah of Mitzvahs, the Zerkos, but there's an Avodah of Yisodis of Torah and all the time, in every mitzvah. Wow, so this is like the main Seichel. This is what's really going on. Right? It's just, I might not know this Avodah, and I might think it's very deep things. So no, we have the Tzaddikim teach us a very plain way, which is Chias and Soros and life, happy with Torah mitzvahs. Except here, no serving him. So we have this first Seichel, which is just focusing on Achdus Hashem, right? In any way you can, whatever you just remember, We have the second thing, which is focus on the mitzvahs, Torah mitzvahs. What's the Seichel of the mitzvahs? You do mitzvahs. What's the Seichel of the mitzvah? Seichel is how I'm doing the mitzvah. Now, if you learn more, you have protein in there. Here it's a little hard to do it, but it's easier in my. It's just putting on film with a chiyas, remembering something. If the person is in the Medraga, he feels it. When you fall down, you don't feel anything anymore. So it doesn't mean just give up. So I remember once I had a feeling before. And I know this is great. I'm doing it right. David is Rutzen, And here's where Rav Nachman saves us, he just goes to the bottom and says, the Tmim is the Pshit, it's Chiyas, live, come on, Russ, in a world of darkness and wrath and craziness. Start living. Play. One brach, one benching, because there's such a seichel and everything. I haven't wanted to do the seichel, it's enough. I'm a kasher myself to it. If you do have some of the Seichel Mamash, wow, right, so everybody can get it. We have it from Rav Nosson, we get the outside. That way we understand about Shem correctly. We understand these things correctly. And whoever, has time to learn Zerah Kodesh Kesari, when comes that time, so I don't have to tell him anything about it. You know yourself, Okay, but he has to always also get back to the levush of pashtus all the time. The kli, that's why you have to be kasher the chachma and the chachma itself, which is like Yisraeli. You don't let the chachma, but it has nothing to do with you. You have to move from your midas royas and what's going with that, connect that. Oh, so we mentioned two kinds of Seichel, and we're just trying to get the picture very clear in a level which is like in the middle, thinking about Hashem, we're thinking about the mitzvahs. Then you have the inyanim which are in Klippas Noiga, the Gorim HaMatorim, the different rishus, the things we're busy with the whole day, which we can live in a person, in a life of a world which is like empty voids, nothing to do. And really it's full of Hashem. And when it's empty, you don't find peace in your life, you don't find meaning in anything. And the minute you just look at the Seichel, in every single hair, Hashem is hiding, waiting to meet that. So you believe that He made the ear. He made my eyes, Just wake up, just start. And now, it comes to things, it's really everything you see, everything you hear, and everything, so second, too complicated, right? Okay, so let's just focus on things which we have problems, which is usually eating, sabris, and moment. These are the problems. We have the three taivas, and there's more taivas on the side a little bit, There's things that the shmiras hakelim, and those things come from a bigger place, because the Eibishter wants you to fix the world, fix the heart stuff. So the main things a person has to fix in this world is to lamites malachos. And that's together when I was in fights with people. So the whole Choshen Mishpat part, getting along with people. And Achila, and which comes in that also bris, which is the Yetzer of the person. Wherever it comes out by everybody, if he is a gilgul, So you got to look at the Seichel of that. The Seichel of it, that really, right, there's nothing in there. It's like a ruach stus which catches you, and you get used to it, so you get a hard time. And you go up and down. Sometimes you did it, sometimes you lose it, but then your life is empty. Now, if you look at the Seichel HaPnimi, there's no one thing for sure. Hashem is here. What does Hashem want from me? First thing, I don't want the thing that's making me far from Hashem, which is a ra. Now, if somebody tells you have to completely break the ra, nobody can really break the ra. Tzaddik can completely break the ra. Since the whole Likutei, they're really mamas to the end of the ra, and they're very far from it, We cautious as tzaddik, and we do the same thing as much as we can. But we have to always go from there to the second point, which is getting to the Tov, because the machshava, putting machshava into the tzad Tov, which is the Eibishter made over here, is chesed, gvura, and tiferes, and everything. Everything is chesed, it's Hashem from the Eibishter, it's in a gashmistic thing, whatever gashmis, and it's close to that, it goes together. It has some tiferes, some chen, it has some chivas. So that's the klolius of everything. And Kisveri is a much deeper Kabbalah, much deeper. Much deeper. And there's things of Shefa. We're talking about the Klolius, which Davar Shavach Nefesh, and it's easy. Now you have to know, you're not mal of the midas yet. To be mal, you're mal of the Tzaitzim. The Tzaitzim right now, your person has to know the minute he does anything, he's mal of the Tzaitzim. Which means, the big king has one son, Ben Yochid, one day, his enemies, they catch him. For a few years, he's in the jail over there, in the dungeon with rats and cockroaches, sewer water, and they stick the needles every day. Oh, it's so bad. Get him out of there. They're far from there. One day, the wagon passes to Ben Melech is there. Where are you? Well, that's a suit that just came to you. The Tzaitzin came to you. Get the Ben Melech out. And mamish, it's mamish the truth. And we would know what's going on here. We'd dance for simple, because you never know what the Tzaitzin you fix. The chalokim of midas to kedusha, which are in Mechaya the Gashmi. It's called Chelik Abban of the midas. It's the Chelik HaGashmi. There's a chelik amor of the midas, which is the chiyas ruchni, and the chelik amar, the shvir. It's an explanation of the shvir sakenim, how it separates into two. And we free the netzitzim. And aliyas hamidus is a thing of later. The tzaddikim have aliyas hamidus b'shleimus. That's why they have no kshach tzaddikim. We always have the same shot. We can't balance in the midas ourselves. The midas, now we have to have all or velam abina. The midas go to bina. We're malad and tzaddikim. Now it's ruach to malchus. The malchus always over to the midas, and the midas become good stuff goes on. But the aliyas hamidus we can't. That's what Svarim says. Don't fool yourself that you're already clean. You're not clean yourself. Okay, what's the difference? I don't know. You're talking about the difference. Well, we're trying to give a shiur today, just to get our good friends to get into this stuff, like if you want to eat, right? Sorry, right? Your first bite, right? So it's not the thing. Don't think about it. It's has chadas, which your mom should say in a plain way of thinking. It's avera, It's tashlis. You pay for something, food, $50, $100, whatever you call, and you must see it dance. I mean, whatever. Okay, but that's what Hashem is. I'm not an animal. I don't know. Hashem made this thing, and it goes to me to serve Him. If you're looking at that's the thing as an avodah Hashem. So you must see the das once, right? So sometimes right in the first thing you can go into the Torah also. So you know that whatever it is a mitzvah in a hav is really a makasha to a havas Hashem. You're not really in a kasha because you have no cook to really do that, but that's what you're supposed to think. Whatever you're really doing or not, I can't tell you, but I don't know. But let's say some people tell you, you're not doing it. Okay, I'm not doing it. I want to think about it because I have nothing else to think about. I want to connect to Ahavas Hashem. Right? We have things from all our Nash. I spoke personally with Rav Shapir. There's a letter from Rav Shapir. I spoke to Rav Chana and Rav Yitzchak told me. They also, of course. It's a question, I mean, the way it shines to him. Somebody told you. Nobody talks about these things. Somebody tells you he's just always talking about. You don't have the emunah tzaddik, and he fell through from it. So okay, so talk to him on his level, Okay, will you act Seichel, which means that's not right. And will you act Seichel just be slow? Rebbe said when we do anything begashmi, we'll do b'shodas, slow, as somebody is looking at you. And that's what Yiras Hashem is about. I always think so. Hashem is looking at me. Like a person looking at me. We have to be at that level all the time with that level. So the main year we have is the year that we know that if I'm not going to act this way, my day is going to be a crazy day. I'm going to get nervous. I'm going to get far from Hashem. So that's the main year of Salinish. And I'm losing out for further. So that year brings Yiras Hashem. The year is Mevar. The Seichel is Mevar. Year is Mevar. Emunah is Mevar. Kedusha is Mevar. These are Birur and Tzaitzim. It says there, Kulad Machshavas Bariros, from being on this Machshava, really it means harm. So it means the Tachlis of the Olam Abin is Mevar. That's what the Tzaddik can do, really. But it is Me'en Zeh, in our point. Okay, so let's get back to that, right? So somebody does it the first spoon, right? Right? Somebody that has to do at least 3 spoons, just get the bad out. Well, which is like, really should do first. You should right away get the bad out, put the good. Sometimes you're really fooling yourself. So you gotta usually 3 first spoons, the only thing you taste. Later, has no food, has no taste anymore. Like still got food, or different things also. Just nothing anymore, That's the way it goes, more or less, More or less. I mean, but everybody, I can't say. We're talking just to give a picture. That seems just trying to give a picture. The Rebbe doesn't do that. The Rebbe doesn't go to that. He gives us a picture of how to hold on. But these things are things that we talk between friends. We always be talking between friends. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good. And today people need it because they don't know how to do it because they don't learn these things. So you got something, 2 or 3 spoons mice. Then you go into more loving Hashem, thinking about loving Hashem. Everything you do really, you must see das on the side of Ra. You don't say the wonderful Hashem loves you. Because you built up His world. The world was made for this. It's the same thing in Masamat in the business. But you really Ra, you know that Hashem is here to Mandalid. Remember, you don't go into the dimyan of the thing. You're living with Emunah and B'tochman, not worrying, relying, Hashem, give me panasa. I'm doing my thing, and I'm invited the beer. It's the same thing with anything you have to do in your house, with people, friends. Okay, so this is like, we spoke about 3 points right now, right? First point about how to, Achti Seides HaTorah we call it, the Rambam called it Seides HaTorah, the Emunah, that's the real Seichel of the world. Second, the Seichel of mitzvahs. Third thing, the Seichel of the Rishus, where the Yetzirah is there, right? Then we have the Seichel of your Nefesh. What's going on inside your nervous system, I don't know what you call it. Whatever. It's the feelings you have because your Nefesh is broken. And you have to look at it and listen to this. When Nefesh is broken, because it's missing a lakus. It's missing a rolaya, it's missing swearing. You look into the Seichel and you shine at yourself. Emunah, b'tochel, you get the Seichel on. There's more to this, but this is like the main point. There's a Seichel itself. You have to inquire. Do you believe in Seichel or not? You don't believe it at all, Because the way the world goes, it just throws you off the whole thing. You don't believe this whole thing. It's there, it's Kabbalah. Right, you have to look at the Seichel of the world, how the world is clippers. You understand the word Seichel of the clippers, how they're fooling you, and get it how they're fooling you. There's a Seichel of that, how the Yetzirah is Mislabish and Mitzvahs. Right? So we have 5 points here, right? There's that, and the Seichel, which is the Tzaddik. So we have 6 points here. The main Seichel is the Tzaddik. Okay. So we got like emotional over here, just to get the things straight. Again, if we spoke something a little too high, we're not trying to do that. Just trying, to get everybody into learning with halachas, learning a little Torah from Hashem. Everybody should get his taste. I know this is, so you can learn a lot of Sfarim about Hashem. You can learn any sefer about Hashem. Everybody's thinking about Hashem is one. It also says one word from the Hashem. So either is never button. It's all there. All friends working together. Nobody should ruin this wonderful picture of the Rebbe with all the tzaddikim together. It's out of this world. What the Rebbe is teaching us more, well, if you're going to learn it, you'll see. Well, how to live with the Rebbe Hashem, that's the point. You have it so a year or two sometimes, the beginning of Tshuva, and then you lose the whole taste of it. You don't know how to get to this, what it's all about. Right? So we need this whole picture over here. You have to always learn something about Hashem and know this is the emes, this is the point. This tzaddik says, this passing says, the Rebbe did something from Mamish to get Hashem's malchus into this world. It opens up everything. And now we're trying to understand what the Rebbe is teaching us in this lesson. So do we start to get what's going on over here? Now he says, I'm going to get you into this thing. I'm going to get you into looking at the Seichel called over. Now look at what he just was Maram is. In these 3 lines, how many lines is it, Right? But you could have said it short and sweet. Look in Pnimis. No. I'm talking, will you act Seichel, That's what I'm asking for you. Come on, your manners, slow down. Do things with a Seichel. You're Aved Hashem. You're a Yid. You're not a guy. What are you drunk now? What are you going out? What are you hold yourself back? Well, that's the beginning, right? Now that's the Seichel, which is a Seichel shall called over. What are you doing? Is it mutter? Is it also? Is it good for you or it's bad for you? No. Now that guy is like normal. We should be searching for that, but I can't get to it. You makasha yourself. Which means I don't have it. I'm makasha yourself. I believe in it. I believe there's normality. I don't feel it. Makasha. Get some ha'ara of the Seichel, right? And over here, you will see a Seichel sheyesh b'chol. You'll start to see something in that thing. You'll start to understand there is a light, a projector, is something to make your eyes open up. To get that light. So here you're talking to every person on lower planet. You get that light. And you're going to get that light. You're going to get close to Hashem. Now, this is the lashon of Rabbeinu. We put them around all the time. Be close to Hashem. Sram, you talk about Ahavas Hashem, Yiras Hashem, Madrega, Sram, other Sram, Sram, talk about Torah, Avodah. Closest to Hashem is what the Rebbe talks. It's like the closest of the Midas Kedusha in the Simpson. Limits Hashem, close to Hashem, because it gives us the picture in a very plain way. Be close to Hashem. This is the Haggadah of the Rebbe. And it means that our Rebbe talks this language, and that's our language. Be close to Hashem. If everyone doesn't like that, okay, I got my Rebbe. Be close to Hashem. You say those words, I want to be close to you. I want to be close to you. What does that mean? Well, look how close to your plate, to your cigarettes, and whatever you're doing. Yeah, don't be close to Hashem. That should be closer. That's all. Right? Be close to Hashem. So we got this picture of how there's a wonderful world of looking at the Seichel of Emunah, the Seichel of the all mitzvahs, Seichel of the Rishus, the Seichel of your Nefesh. And this is what you always should be busy with. And Likutei Moharan goes down to this stuff and really does the job. Now let's go back to the point of the Kashas with the Chochmah Seichel. Right. Because when what we really can do is only the first thing. We can try to be normal. I try to quiet down, go with their Torah, and I'm looking into a Sefer. But I got my problems, which is sometimes your over, sometimes it's your worries, your nerves. This is a problem. How do you get to it? And first, where on earth can I know what Rebbe's talking about here? Okay, so where did I take everything I'm talking about? That's what the Rebbe tells you. You start the first thing. It's like a new taisha, this whole thing. It's like the same taisha in a different way. You have to search to be close to Hashem, right? So, but you're not going to even know what to do. You're not going to know because first you don't know all of Shas, you know all the Gemara, you know a little bit of Musa, you know a little bit of Gemara, and your kasha is something Gemara. That's why you know what normality is, what you're alive for. But if you want to be Mikasha, you want to be Mikasha as a Chochmah of the Torah, which isn't the Gemara. But it comes out in the Zohar, and it comes out in the tzaddikim that live that way. So it's live the kedusha of the Torah, the mekayim the Torah, and the masig, what the Torah is all about, the pnimius Torah. They bring out what the Torah is out of the namas in this world, and they're here, and that's what we say tzaddikei emes. Tzaddikei emes means just a lot of tzaddikim, elchid, a lot of elchid around, and a lot of real true people, nice people, emes people. Wonderful, sweet people, And about Elchid, when we're talking about this Doila Oilam, a lot around, right? Should be more and more, right? But there's the point of how to get us into these things. Because we need Tzaddik HaMuflik B'Mayla, that he can really change our lives. He can get it into us. Or else just trying to copy, you don't know what is out. If you want to understand what's going on, you got to be Mekash yourself to the Oira Chochmah, which is the top. The top is Pnimis, which says the Zohar and Kisvari. It's the truth. Being Mekash yourself to the truth. Now that Kesha, how do I be Mekash to the truth? It's easy. The Kesha to anything that has to do with the Baal Shem Tov, wherever, you're Mekash to that. That's what I want. You're Mekusha, and I want that truth. Now I'm Mekash to the Tzaddikim in a way that I want with that Chochmah of them. That's what I want. I want that Kedusha. That's what's called this Kashas Tzaddik. And this is the point that Rebbe brings out. You can be close to Tzaddik for Moifsin and for parents. Everything's nice. Everything's nice. People are nice and good. It's all Torah. It's the way of Torah and Rabbana. But if you want looking, someone's going to look with Seichel should be hold over. You got to find that person who will shine you that Chochmah. The Rebbe can't shine us in because he fixes our nefesh. Right. Now, how does he fix our nefesh? Because he teaches us not only the kesher to Chochmah, kesher to Seichel also. He's malbish these things which are the etzem emes, the shemus hakodesh, the gedusha, which is the skashus to the Rebbe, which is the Rebbe's koich is that he really takes us out of Ra. He is mal in the middle. We do our job, and the tzaddikim amal, because the middle what we're doing goes up in Shemayim, right? And the middle should go needs nishmas tzaddik. It's about 30 times the kisvari. Needs nishmas tzaddik to be mal thing. So that way your avodah goes up. So there's a kedusha shining in you. We want to elaborate more on this. We do. I think we're going too much today in these things, right? But just to get the picture clear, there should be a question. There are questions. Raise the question. We'll try to answer the next time. But the point is, there has to be the kesher to the tzaddik, the kesher to Rabbeinu, the kesher to look after the Baal Shem Tov's or. And that kesher to tzaddikim is because I want the kesher to the chochmah. And I'm looking at the tzaddik should teach me the chochmah in the lavush. in the levush of my midas and in the levush that can help me. Right. And then, where do I want to get to? I want to have a light. So here's another Hagdorah of the Rebbe. Another things that come on. Yes, I want a light. I want the Seichel to give me a light, give me a chias. I says further in the language. I want to change it, to change me. Yes. Not always going to have the chias. Okay, but that's what I'm supposed to do. I want that. Not only change me, it should turn over. That's hapach. You read it. It should be hapach the gashmis. It should be hapach all these things that have to do with gashmis olam hazeh, which is very, very hard. It should be a kirv to the Eibishter. It should be scarf to the Eibishter. So these are Hagdorahs. So the Rebbe, we learn now are three major Hagdorahs, right? Which we get the picture of what we should be busy with in our life. And see, Rebbe explains now, again, if you have any questions about what this thing of the Seichel is all about, so it says, Seichel v'oyer gudel, amei v'chol duruchov, hashanem v'chachmas udam Torah punaf. This, when a person has a thing, is in a dark place, he doesn't feel Kedusha, he doesn't feel close to Hashem. The koyach of looking into the Seichel could change the situation completely. It's a light which, if you're going in the Seichel of everything, you're going in the Seichel of everything. It's something that's close to the thing. Because like you see, there's the thing in itself, right? It's Gashmis, right? And even if you think Hashem made it, okay, it's still Gashmis. But when you know it's which midah it is, which Seichel of the thing, marshal of the thing, the thing itself becomes a Seichel. And your eyes is completely, it's bottled to that Seichel. The Seichel is a oracle. It's more like a light which Seichel, oil, good, lamir, it makes you, gives you light and everything. But everything is bothering you. What you're missing is how Seichel there. Rebbe says it's here, so it's Samachalach, it's Samachalach. But that very about 5-6 services talks in all the Mamorim, it's like but more, it's inside there. It's like very clearly. Every problem you have, the problem is our Seichel. Now, living in that way isn't that plain. It's not something else, but we can get there. So Rebbe brings a pasuk, Chochmas Udam to a punach. Okay, so a person asks me, why does it say Seichel? It says Chochma here. But Israel says Chochmas Udam. But here's where Rebbe is showing us something. He's showing us that really what you hear from the tzaddikim is something that awakens your neshama. That's why you understand it. If the person doesn't understand what tzaddikim do, it's not awakened to get it. When you awakens in your neshama, it's the oira chokhmah, which is now slavish in chokhmas odom. It becomes a chokhmah which a person is using. That is the seichel. Chokhmas odom is the bin. It's because now you understand what is this out. Now, in Claudius, in the teaching over here, we didn't go into that point over here. We have the Ora Chochmah, the Ora Bina, and the Ora Tfuna, and the Seichel of Tfuna. We put all these things on Marumas here. It's levels of the Seichel which shine in. Chochmas Odom is what really gets into you. It's the Tfunas Odom. It goes in with all these Torahs we were talking about Rabbi Barbachana, right? Barbachana is Gematria Tfuna. We'll explain that later on. I want to get that way of that Rivior, which is what Chochmas Odom. You have a big Chochma, it's not Chochmas Odom yet, it's still darkness. But the minute you have Chochmas Odom, it's a projector, the whole thing is different. Anyway, that's what Simcha and Chiyas of Hashem is. And that's where we can change an evening, Ma'ariv. We can change that way. We can change a little bit, then we change more, and we can change more and more. Okay, so now Rebbe goes in with Punas Yaakov. Rav Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov, who brought in the condition of this world. Avraham built up the chesed of the world. Yitzchak picked up the Gvura. Yaakov picked up the Das, everything was fair, so Das. He brought in the Chochmah of the world. Yaakov, Yaakov is Punas Katnis. Yaakov is like the Midas. The Netzach Yisrael, or the Midas, called Yaakov. The top is called Yisrael. Yaakov is Zeicha to be Yisrael later. So in other words, Yaakov is a Seichel, which is on a lower level. There is a higher level, it's called Yisrael. So now we can understand what Rebbe says over here. That Yaakov Zuchel Lepchore. What is it? Yaakov became a poet. He was Zuchel Lepchore. Yaakov was by mistake not born. Because of the Pram of the Mauritian, he was not born a poet, and he took it out of Esav, and he became a poet. So he says Zuchel Lepchore. Rebbe says Zuchel Lepchore. And what is this poet about? It's Horatius. Sheprinas Chochma. Well, he was Seichel the Pori. He bought the Pori from. Well, the Pori is the Avoid. At that time, Pori was the Oivet. He was the Kohen, right? So he became a Kohen. Why is that racist? I mean, he became racist. What is it in Yaakov? Okay, so now we have this explanation, a little deeper explanation. You can say that it's point. Okay, because Pori is that way. The deeper explanation is that Yaakov was in the beginning in the Darga of just a Darga of the Laya. Ram Yitzchak Yaakov has a unity first. And it's just a plain Darga of what more do you think this is a Yaakov, to have Mr. Shamarti. He had Hashem in every way and everything he found Hashem, which is what we're talking about, how to look at the Seichel. But in the beginning it's in a lower level. Right. The beginning of Yaakov is a lower level. Yaakov Zochel of Torah is Seichel to go up to Yaakov, the higher level. Yaakov is Yisod Abba. It's a whole different story. That's why he's a Bechira of us. Yaakov came up to his level. We have that first thing we're Eniklach, So we have it in ourselves. We have this Yaakov in ourselves every time we have it. And we also have that power to get up to be Zochel, which means to be the Kasha Tzachach. So remember, makes a point over here how it's important to get that kesher with a higher level of chachma. How do you get that kesher? Because after we learn now, when you do like Yaakov, which means fooling the world, you're also going to do Gashmi, you're going to cover yourself with a Gashmi, so the Nitzos can go out. But then you are Zeich, it's a new level. You did it with that Hawara, and now you're Zeich with that Hawara. That's really what happens. When you do something with Hashem, you make a no Ha'ora and you're a Zeich. It's on the right. Anko Zeicha, the Pchore, Shu Reishis. Pchore is Reishis, it's the first one. And Reishis, we know it says Reishis Chochma, the Reishis Chochma. Now, in that Zomamra Zoyer, the Rebbe brings that Chochma is Reishis, we have to a little think about it. Focus on that, because that Marazor, one of the Marazor, the Marazor is talking about the Shemas Yisrael, which are Kodesh Yisrael Hashem, Reishis to be also Reishis. So then he says that the Shemas Yisrael come from Reishis. And as the Rebbe talks on that, right? That Reishis means that you have in yourself, you got that Yaakov in yourself, you have an Hashama that's a Kelech Alekayim Imalik. So really that's what you're doing, really. And really what you're seeing, Gashmi Sodom Hazard, that's not you. It's not you at all. It's just, you're suffering like Yaakov suffered. Esau was born before. You gotta grab his Akev, turn it over. That's what you gotta do. And that Mamre Azor over here is racist. So now we can understand why Rebbe says in such a lengthy way. It's a racist. Why do you talk about it so much? No, because you're trying to awaken the Orach Chochmah, you're in the Neshama. And that is why you can't succeed in this. You have the Kesher to Reishis. Okay, so one thing Rebbe is teaching us now, what is Prinas Yaakov? And we can understand that Yaakov was the one that was like different than Abraham and Yitzchak. He was busy with working, with sheep, doing a big mishpacha. He was always busy. Yaakov Mitzvah Shema, we love him. Okay, so Yaakov means he's going to go down to this world. Now, he was born in that way. There was always fighting. He was born in a way that he lost his madrega. Yeah, someone took it. Back, take it back. I got it back. So that is exactly what Rebbe is teaching us here. That you lose always that kesher. You lose that kesher. But you got to get it back. How are you going to get it back? Okay, so now that's what Rebbe says so much. Reishis is Chochmah. Reishis is Chochmah. So the way to get it back is be like Yaakov, which is be Seichel to Torah. How was Seichel to Torah? And the Kasha is Seichel to Tzaddik. When you are low, Yaakov Eloshen Ekev, whenever you're low. When you're in a low situation, try to do whatever you can to get yourself connected to the Chachma. Then the Chachma will open up on you because you have it in yourself. Because Rebbe Nachman, that is your neshama. That's what says why the Rebbe smiles so much. And then the Rebbe says the second thing, the Yaakov, is the Yakveni, Zeh Pamayim, V'tirgum V'chakmani. That Yaakov is merumas. Esav screamed, "Hey, this guy fooled me twice. Look, he took my bracha right now." Twice? Yeah, he took my bracha. Now I got it. So in other words, when you take the bracha out, you get the bracha. That place, you get the bracha, because Seichel, which is the bracha, which is b'chakmani. And how do you do it? It's removed. You got to outsmart the Yetzer Hara, which is your oisik with the Yetzer Hara. And you possibly promise you're not doing a good job in your whole thing, but you do what you can. And so when a person does Mesiras Nefesh, that little bit, that one bite, one gear, one anocha, one krech, that's a lot. Because every V'yakveni, you're fooling Yetzer Hara, and he thinks I'm lost, I'm still dark. Fooling the Yetzer Hara, you gotta fool him, because in this world, you think you're Gashmi, okay, you're Gashmi. No, you're not. Then why are you doing Gashmi things? I gotta fool him. I gotta be in this world. I have to do it. You have to dress up in the Ace of jeans. You gotta go to work. You gotta be in that. Who am I? No, I'm tzaddik. I'm not tzaddik. I'm fooling everybody. You gotta go that way. Okay, so now there's a new thing. So first thing we know that we have, right? Chachmas Odom Torah is an immense light to change every situation. Second thing, how am I going to get to it? I feel low. So like Yaakov. Do your job a little bit, you're going to get the Torah. And yeah, there's things over here, it's like work of fooling, Ramos. And now, if you want to understand what is going on here, get this. This is like the makor of the Kedusha of the world, like the shirish of light. It comes from the sun. There's a sun. There's really no thing as time. There's a sun and the moon. That's what's going on in the world. No thing as time. It's just, it's like a illusion. But there's a sun and the moon. It's day, and the sun is the light comes in. The moon is at night when there's no light. You gotta hold on. We're gonna learn soon what the moon is now. But there is a thing of the sun. The sun that changes everything. You see Gdulas Hashem. You see the world. You can understand it, right? That this is the sun. Seichel me'ela b'chol kimoi hashemesh. The sun comes out, you know the truth. In other words, the kesher with tzaddikim is the truth. Shemesh is the truth, the light. Now, the Rebbe brings us a pasuk here. That's what it says. Va'oirach tzaddikim ka'oir noiga ha'oir lefa'oir adnochin ayim. Which over here we understand what he means over here with the thing of the sun. We have the way the day goes, Coming in with a shachar, starting to be light. Still, we gotta wait. Go all this roll, you gotta wait to the nets. Then, still the sasa of the lights, very nice, right in the morning, beautiful. Right, then the sun comes up, so it's getting hot, it's a different thing already. It goes, middle of the day, the sun is right on top of you. Wow, it's hot. Yes, it's clear. The hours are up, so it's just like the biggest light. So it says also that what the Rebbe says, Shemesh teaches us that there's levels in this whole thing. That there's levels. There is a level of the beginning, there's a level of later on. Okay, so now we have to understand that there is a level of darkness also. Right? So it says Shemesh means there's times the Shemesh is not around. Okay, so now we connect what we learned before about that these are the madregas of Malchus Kedusha. There is a thing that you start the Ayala Sahov at night, you're yearning to remember Hashem. Then it becomes Yalas Chaim. It starts the time of Daman Kshachos, the Malchus goes up. And then the light becomes bigger, bigger and bigger. But then it goes down, lower and lower. So it always changes. So the Rebbe says this is like the sun, it's just truth. You understand there's another truth around. There's times you get it, there's times you can't get it. There's times up and down, times are down. Now, the Rebbe brings a pasuk over here, V'orach tzadik v'ka'or noiga. And noiga is Gematria Chen. And noiga is renowned to be Klipper. There are three koiches of Ra in Klipper. It's you have the Eish, first one, On and Godel, it's dark. It's darkness. The Ruach HaTum of Averis make it dark completely. Then you have the Ruach Sora, all mixed up now. And then Eish Misaklach, that's the fiery Yitzhahara. It's just a short explanation. In every clip, there's a lot of clips. These are all the Averis that tie you into the Sitracha. And you have to do a lot of tshuva, get out of it. Person does tshuva, get out of it. The rest, it's just he suffers from that. Makes him dark. So that's which makes the darkness. The other clip is Noiga, which is the thing where you're living in all day. Right? Such friends, you don't like the friends. Such things. Hashem does to you everything exactly the way you don't want it. That's Klippus Noiga. Exactly. He knows exactly what you want. He wants to give you work, So he always does, the world is covered with the cover that you don't know what it is. It's Noiga. It's half good and half bad. Noiga is 10 spheres. The top is it's Kedusha. And then in the middle, it's like, I don't know, in the bottom, it's Nichul Mirah. It's like the Shosh Shviras Atmos. It goes down, the Harurim Rona, you're in the tomb already, So, and we're such a world. So it says, V'orach Tzadikim, the Derech of Tzadikim. When you're Makasher, it says Tzadikim, they teach you how to fight the Noiga. They teach you all these levels like the sun, It's before daylight, do that. Get daylight, do that. Don't want more. Get what we can. Get dark, you get down. Now, Rebbe brings over the pasuk of Oirach, right? Right. Oirach is one of the ministers called Urcha Maldia, which is the tough talks further on. But Oirach Tzadikim means the Mitzvah. Just keep on praying. Oirach Tzadikim means if you pray for Hashem can open you up the light of the Shemesh, the bigger light. It matters in the Oirach. Urchama is a sherish of the Tayyag Mitzvahs. We'll explain it later on in Oizdalet. So that's just, I think, that's we're finished now. It always says this is Primas Ches. We'll learn that next year. Let's just get an explanation. We'll just tie this thing together. That Rebbe is going to teach us again, but, let's get down to earth, So since these things have, sometimes it's a light, sometimes it's dark, right? In other words, you're not going to be able to do it. And sometimes you can lose yourself, you did something wrong, or you lose your dveikus, you lose your understanding of pnimis completely. You don't feel it. You have lost the time, you've lost the whole thing. And sometimes somebody told you it's not the derech, it's chachma, you believe in it, you lose that whole thing. And sometimes you're doing it wrong, You go into very deep things, so the person likes these things, you go into a little deeper. So you're complicated in the union of the Chachmah, and you're not waging the war, You're not doing the job of what you'll be based. You'll teach you how to keep the tank, and you're playing with the tank, and the guy wants to kill you. Hey, it's a nice airplane, it's interesting. Hey, the sun's trying to shoot you, You don't know you're not doing the job. That's what happens, because you have questions always on the side. Most of the questions, if there are questions, you should be looking into. You have a question. No questions. Learn what you learn, you understand. Try to make it more good. Well, you understand? I understand. Okay, finish. I have to dig into more. There's a lot of swarm, go into more. You like it? Okay, but if you're not mixed up, you can do anything. Don't get mixed up. I have to understand. There's no have to understand. I don't know. Understanding is a thing which is a matana from the Eibush. So what are we going to do? If we're talking about Seichel here, which is very different in every person, it's a different madrega, everybody's different. How can we get them to do this thing? So it says, okay, Royce is right. It's impossible for a person to always hold on to Seichel. So many reasons you fall down, there's reasons you never learned it yet, you don't know what we're talking about. Even if you heard it, you just got it, but you don't even know how to do it yet. So what are you going to do? So Rebbe says, the madrega over there is Kunasman. Their darg of ches is the Seichel. What we need is the darg of nun. What is the darg of nun? I don't explain. It just says it's levana. It's less than began with plum. Levana. We've spoken about this before. This is what we're trying to make the point, to get this whole thing together, Chesed to add together, right? This shirt together. What Rebbe says over here, as Rav explains it before, Vadala means that even if you don't have a really deep understanding, never say that I can't understand right now. I have no say. That's what the point is. Always do something. Because Malchus Leisel Megram Klum. That light of the Shekhinah has to go up, right? The light goes down and up. It has no chiyus. You have to pick up the Eibusher's chiyus right now. Do something. Don't say tomorrow. Don't say last hour. Say learn some shiur right now. Do some mitzvah. Do put a tefillah. Just dance something. Get yourself going. Don't push it off for later. You have some kind of seichel that you have right now. Right? That's called the levana. So put light into the levana. Be mamsha, the light of the sun, into the levana in all your situations. Even if you can't look into the seichel. That's some people say you can't look at the seichel. Finish. We can only look at the levana, and the levana is being plain. What is being plain? You know, we got a lot of people who know how to play. They know how to play this. I'm playing like that. I'm playing like that. So before that, there's the touch over here. When Rebbe says something, you say it's not there. I've spoken to all the Nash about this. What? Where we learn like that? It's if you can, you can. Not. No. There aren't too many people to talk about those years about these things, elaborate about these things. One's that level of people. So, but it's between people that spoke about this. Well, of course, we need as much as you get into it. And what we need is with Allah's there. And as much as you hire, it's your thing. Okay, it's wonderful. But one thing, watch out. Don't use these things to shoot yourself. I want to understand, I can't understand some stuff. There's always at the end of the limit of Chassidus and limit of Kabbalah, there's a part to understand, and it mixed up. It's hard, it's always mislavish and mitzvahs to mix up that I want something. I don't need that. I need a plain way of putting a light into myself to know Hashem is with me in the way that I can. Then when that darkens out, it's darked out and I can't do it, do it very plain. Which is just put a little light into it. So if we can ask a question, why does Rebbe explain more about it? So I think you guys know the truth already, right? Why? Because he said it at the beginning already. He explained it right in the beginning. He started with that because that's what the Rebbe does. The Rebbe puts the kli before the or. The beginning, the whole thing of the Prince Levana is to be Ma'alim Rebbe, the Chena Pasha, the Chena Mitzvah Yisrael. That is what a person can do at all times. Playing Yiddishkeit, playing. Just pick yourself up. That is what is called putting a drop of light into the Levana, getting the Malchus D'Kedusha up. A little more, even though it isn't Seichel. Yes, that is P'nei Nun. So in other words, we have a Chen, which is very plain, which also is a Chesed Nun. Like this Chen. It's also a Chesed Nun, but it's a very small Chen. And you got the bigger Chen. And that's what Chen is, to be Ma'al, have the Shechina, the Darga from, to always get something done. So now we see how the Kesher of the beginning of the Torah to the singing of the Chen, and why he doesn't explain exactly what this whole thing about Simpson Prince Malchus. I've already explained that in the beginning. Hashem should help us. Just find a way, getting into these things, find these ways into shining into more and more people. Of course, I can look at this as like Chassidus, it's very Chassidus, and very Chassidus is good. And I know what goes on with thousands of people, hundreds, they say, it's the right thousands. People learn, they lose it, they don't get it, they don't know how to hold on with it. And that's a big rachmanis. That's a big rachmanis. And it's really have to put into friends. What a Rebbe this is. He solves his problem. As much as we've spoken about it, we haven't spoken about all the points around it. So much to get into this, that there's a way to really get connected with the light, hold on to the light, and find that way for every person in his situation. How we can find light in his heart. Always we have to help one another to get that way. How do you pick up that chen? How do you get some light in your life? And how not to go into the review of the ches, just questions. You're losing it. Get away, you always get the light into yourself, pick up the shemek there, show help, through this, goodness and effort, should lose a soul.
Amen.
Got it?